What do we tend to go to, and why do we go there? This is the foundation for you actually start becoming aware of, like, okay, I'm probably going down a track right now that's not so healthy for me, right? This is how habits are created, by the way, good or bad. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about how you can learn how to dance with emotions, with your emotions, right? And what I put down in red, that this will cure, if we're talking about eating habits, will cure binge eating in 30 seconds. Because again, our emotions, right? Oftentimes what we try to do, we try to avoid them, right? We try to force them to not be there. When in matter of the fact, the emotions are there to tell us something, right? So that's the reason why I said dance, learn how to dance with it. Because again, your emotions, good or bad, are there to signal something for you, are there to tell you something that you might have to do more of, you might have to do less of, you might have to change. We all are in the jungle. I just want you to get that. We all are in the jungle. No matter where you are in your life, it's always quote unquote a struggle. It's always quote unquote we're trying to figure out something, right? So I just want you to get that, first of all, that your emotions are there, first of all, to guide you and tell you something. And then second of all, whenever something happens to you, just accept, right, that this is part of the journey. This is part of what I'm doing, right? You can't get the good without getting the negative. So when we start coming to the point of accepting that, okay, it might be challenging right now. My emotions are pointing me in a direction of, like, let's say if it's eating, you see yourself constantly right now, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're stressed, you binge, you're going in a different direction, right? Or you might see yourself have a habit of, constantly reaching out to some sort of like satisfaction when you're getting frustrated, when you get emotional. And the reason why I'm taking binge eating in there is because food is such a big part for a lot of us out there, that we're using food, alcohol, gambling, sex, social media, instant gratification. We're using them as a quieter for our emotions, right? So that's again back to the first point. When we are feeling an emotion, when we are stressed, what do we tend to go to, and why do we go there? This is the foundation for you actually start becoming aware of, like, okay, I'm probably going down a track right now that's not so healthy for me, right? This is how habits are created, by the way, good or bad. It's doing something without we even knowing we're doing them, kind of, right? And it just becomes automatically. And again, bad habits are so much more easy to adopt, because why? You're getting the instant gratification of eating the brownie. You're getting the instant gratification of doing drugs, of gambling, of doing the easy thing. You're getting the instant gratification of that. So that's why it's so easy for you to develop those things and listen to those emotions and go down that track, because it whispers in your ears telling you, like, yeah, you deserve it. You should do that. You've been so good. Do it, right? This is why people are getting stuck. Myself included, all of us are getting stuck, right? So if we're boiling it down to emotional eating, binge eating, like acting according to our emotions, doing the instant gratification, right? What we're gonna go down to there, first point is you're gonna operate after your foundation, set foundation. And what do I mean by that? The 80-20 rule. If we're taking food and if we're taking like instant gratification tools, I just like to use food because it's such a normal and big part for a lot of us, right? Using food as a reward, using food as a calmer to our stress. So what I want you to do, I want you to understand that you can do all these things, right? It's not bad. You just gotta look at your ratio. And that's what I mean by setting the foundation. So what do you do throughout the week? I want you to look at your 80-20 rule. What do you do 80% of the week, 80% of the day throughout the week? So let's say it's a Monday to Friday. How are you making yourself proud Monday to Friday? Let's just take that, a usual week, Monday to Friday. How are you stretching yourself, right? Keeping your promises to yourself, being more disciplined. How are you doing that in the 80% of your time? Just ask yourself that. Because again here, We're not here to say like binge, because in our ears, right, we have like emotional, I'm reacting emotional to the thing here. I'm binge eating. I've always been doing that. I can't control myself. Well, you're just gonna look at the teeny tiny times you're doing that. What is that adding up to on a weekly basic, on a weekly schedule? Meaning that if you're setting the foundation and you're good 80% of the time during the week, you can allow yourself to have that treat. It almost like it takes the power away from being out of control. You're now taking control. And that's what I want to put in here in the second point, is that use the power of regret. Power of regret. I have to myself saying that Monday to Friday, I just can't do anything that's out of my plans in my head, out of my commitments I'm having to myself. So whatever that is for you, you want to go to the gym X amount of time this week. You want to eat healthy throughout the whole week. I just can't be not disciplined for those 5 days there. So if you suddenly feel like not doing it on a Tuesday or a Thursday or something, right? Like it's almost like it rings in my ear and said like, you know what, like wait, buddy, wait until Friday, or wait until Saturday, and you can allow yourself to do it. So this is again, play the power of regret. What would be the feeling you would had if you did today, right? Ate the brownie today. What is the feeling you have exactly afterwards? Regret. But if you said to yourself, okay, I know this brownie there is singing to me. I know I want to do this. I'm stressed out and I just need that sugar. I need that thing there right now. Play the rule with yourself and say, okay, I know I want this right now, and you can also have it. Wait till it becomes the 20% time. It's purely just a mind game. Emotions, acting, reacting is purely a mind game, legend. So let us say, right, you're coming down to like you actually feeling the craving and the emotion so intense. I want you to play what I call the 30-second rule. And the 30-second rule is a little bit touching base on what I just talked about before. When you're in the moment of acting, reacting out of an emotion, like I'm stressed, I'm grabbing to food. I'm sad, I want to do this, right? I'm upset, I need to do this. It's been a long day, I want to do that, right? When we are reacting out of an emotion, what I want you to start doing here, I want you to play the 30-second rule on you. I'm constantly playing with it. It's a battle in my mind, and it can hit you over and over and over again, right? It can almost start at now at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and continue on for the whole afternoon, right? So the 30-second rule is basically boiled down to whenever you're feeling an emotion, right? Whenever you're feeling a crave for something, a reaction is like, I'm sad, I'm grabbing to that. Oftentimes people are not even aware of that transition, right? They're just doing it. They're reacting straight away to it. If you can stop up and count to 30, when you can stop up and say, you know what? It doesn't matter how I feel right now. Count to 30, deep breath, and then just count. Play the rule out in your head of saying to yourself, you know what? I know I might feel it right now, but give myself 30 seconds to get out of that instant crave. Because again, any emotion, any craving, it's intense in the moment. Your job, first of all, one, is to be aware of it, right? You can't change something you're not aware of. Two, you need to interrupt, and you need to forget almost what I was said. You need to find a way to distract and push away that craving. So let us say you are in the moment right now and you're like, I'm upset and I want to do X now. You're counting to yourself for 30 seconds and then you just continue doing what you're doing, right? Continue just, let's say you're coming home, you know, just continue doing what you're doing, right? Move around, start going out, have your shower, go leave the house, go towards the gym right now, right? You're feeling in the moment in the morning, you don't want to do it. Just count to 30. Just count to 30 and then leave. Again, what we're doing is purely a mind game. It's purely you, right? Agreeing, disagreeing, right? Allowing, not allowing things into your life, things into your head. So the last point we're talking about here right now, I hope all that makes sense, by the way. Discipline versus reward. And this is basically what we talked about up in point 2, is that I want you to set up a system where you start playing with the thought about, I want to be more disciplined. How can I practice becoming more disciplined? Not just for the sake of being disciplined, but what would all the reward be of me being disciplined? So if we're talking about your emotions, we're talking about your binge eating, your eating habits, right? It's controlling you. You just don't know how to get up on the other side again, right? When you're looking at the last 2 points there, this is basically what you do instant in the moment. How you can lead yourself away from that like intense charge there is on an emotion in the moment, right? The second one is setting up the framework. So you are practicing. It's like going to the gym. This is like going to the gym, right? Practicing being disciplined, practicing sticking to the things you're saying you want to stick to. But again, you can't just go, and there's never an end, there's never a reward, there's never a gratification of it, right? So what I personally do, and again, that's back to the whole thing, the 80% rule, 80-20 rule, is that I'm setting up times throughout my week where I allow myself to have a reward for the hard work I've been putting in, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, boom, I can have a reward at nighttime. Thursday, Friday, boom, Saturday, could have something again. Something that teaches you that being disciplined has a reward, has a benefit. Because oftentimes doing the hard things, we're not getting any instant gratification from that, right? We're not getting any results right away. It's often something that lays out in the future, something we're feeling the effect of out in the future, right? So you're gonna learn how can you pull that back, cram that in and be like, okay, I am good, I am disciplined. How can I treat myself with something consciously? Saying Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I do something. I do something that will make me feel good. That's all it is, you know, because if you can make yourself proud, legend, on a consistent basis and not just let it take control over you and be like, okay, oh, this is just my emotions, this is just who I am, this is just how I feel. I can't control anything about it. No. You're gonna go back and be like, how can I control most of my time? When you then have your soft spots, it doesn't become something negative. You flip that around and turn it into something positive. So again, thank you so much for checking in for today's live. I'm gonna move on with today's activities. We got calls, team calls, and coaching calls right now. So again, legend, remember there's only one thing you need to focus on in whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do to try to get to the next level. It's one thing. It's raise your baseline. Chat to you soon, legend.